Hello, Vipers. For today's What's the Flow, I'm going to tell you how to send newsletters using VipeCloud. Now, for sending newsletters, ultimately, once your email is set up, and I'll cover that in a moment, really all it is a matter of having your contact list ready and having your email template ready, and then knowing how to put the two together and send a newsletter. So first of all, it is important to make sure that your email is ready to go. Now, if you're using a generic email, and what I mean by that is like you look up here, if it's like at gmail.com, at Yahoo, in other words, the kinds of emails that people tend to use for personal usage, there's no setup that is needed. VipeCloud will simply send on behalf of your email through a VipeCloud domain, and those emails, when people then reply, the reply to will be set to go to your personal email. So no setup is needed there. But if you have, for instance, an email that is more of like a typical company email where you purchase the domain, you set up the email system for that domain, then please reach out to us. We can help you with getting the DNS set up so that you're able to send. Now, on to the contact lists and email templates. Let's first talk about the contact lists. What you can do is import your contacts. Go right here, import. If you have a CSV, like a spreadsheet ready to go of your newsletter, simply import it as a contact list. The contact list will be created in the process, and you will be ready to start sending to them. And then also on the page for this flow, look at the bottom, and there will be links to where you can learn how to import lists. So your contact lists are all managed right down here under contacts, contact lists, and you can also go right here to hit create, and you can create an empty list where you can import contacts into a list this way, and that can also be how you get your newsletter list ready. And lastly, you can also go to your contacts, and if you want to add everybody to the list, just simply hit the select all here, hit that select all, and then right here you can either create a segment from selected, which will make your contact list, or you can go right here to add to existing list and add everybody to a list that you've already made, and your contact list will be ready in that case. And then, of course, lastly, you are able to make a filter view if you want. There's certain rules you want to set to make that contact list. And I'll also include how to make a filter view in the list of helpful articles down at the bottom of this page. So once your contact list is ready, next you have to go to your emails, templates, and from here go up and hit create, give it a template title, and give it a subject line. And then from there, you can choose between a drag and drop HTML builder, which is how you make those kind of colorful templates, which are probably the most common for newsletters, though you can also go with a rich text builder, which will make a template that looks kind of like something that you would make in a Gmail or Outlook email client. So let's just go in here and say newsletter example, clicking in to the template builder. And again, at the bottom of this page, I'll include tutorials on how to use this HTML builder. But one quick thing just to show you to help get you started is up here, view 600 plus sample templates. You can click on that. And then there's a newsletter category right here, and you'll find templates that might prove to be useful for making your newsletter. So go right there. And of course, you can customize it to your needs, and go over here, save and return to email templates once you are ready. And now there are a bunch of ways that you can initiate the sending of a of a mass email, of a newsletter. One is right from here, from the email templates. When I hover over this, there's a send button right there, send to contact or send to contact lists. And this is where we choose the contact list that we made earlier. But also I want to show you over here, this plus button, add item, got mass email right there. So if you forget how to get started with this, you can always go over here to mass email. And also I want to show you one other thing too before walking through how to launch a mass email. And that is the fact that chances are once you have a newsletter template made, you're going to want to continue to use that same look and feel for your additional forthcoming newsletters, and you're of course not going to want to have to rebuild it every single time. And so you'll notice as well, while looking at these email templates, got the newsletter example here, there's a copy button right here too. So you can hit copy and then just simply change the copy in your newsletter for the additional weeks or months or quarters or whatever your cycle is there. So I'm going to hit the plus button right here, hit mass email to initiate this mass email. Click in here to choose the contact list. Let's just say this is our newsletter list. I'm going to hit preview send. And then it's right here where I choose my email template. Here's the newsletter example. And you are able to edit this before you hit send. Now, of course, those edits will not be saved to the template, but they will be sent in the newsletter. So you can review your copy, make sure that everything is looking good. You can also you can send a test to yourself before you actually launch it, which I would highly recommend. And then to initiate the send, you've got this right here to send the mass email right away. But also if you want to schedule it, you can do that right here as well. So I hope this has been helpful. Reach out if you have any questions, and happy sending.